Oh. Let's go. Sorry, lens wipe didn't happen. What do we have here? This might be a bottom fish. It might not, though. I gotta take my phone off. Because this is what happens with the darn phone. That's it. There's no wire. See what happens here, everyone. Once again, I don't have a gaff on this side of the boat. It's keeping a good angle to us, though. I'm happy about that. Fish on, everybody. Hopefully the lens ain't too bad. What do we have here? It's pretty nice, whatever it is. Those head shakes. It's like the boat kind of pump it for me. Kind of acting like a tuna, maybe? Is this a bonita? Or a blackfin, maybe? What do we have? Man, a grouper? Could it be a grouper or a mutton? We'll see. I think I'm gonna take it out of the rod holder. I can fight it for real. I'll take the clicker off too. There we go. I can actually pump it. So it doesn't get sharked, I hope. Whatever it is, it feels pretty nice. Try to keep it coming if I can. There it is, color. It's a big grouper? Or a mutton or something? What is this? Oh, I gotta leader it. That in there real good. This might be a nice grouper. Oh, big mutton! Giant mutton! Giant mutton! I need a net or something. Oh my god! Oh my god, everybody! Biggest mutton of my life, possibly. What do I do? I need the net, the net, the net, the net, the net. The net. Monster mutton snapper, everybody. Oh my god, Twitch fishing record all day. Oh, what a fish, everybody. This takes my breath away, people. Unbelievable. Biggest mutton of my life. That's a Florida Keys mutton snapper, everybody. Are you kidding me? Is this a 20-pound mutton snapper? Oh my god. What a fish, everybody. This is a trophy. Unbelievable. What a stud. Oh my, I can't even believe it, everybody. Do you see the size of this mutton snapper? This is the one I've been talking about since day one. You've got to be kidding me, chat. Look at this fish. Look at the size of this mutton snapper. Oh my god. Beautiful clear eye. What a beast, everybody. What a beast. I gotta get my shirt out of the way. I'm gonna put this over here. Man, look at that fish. Oh, I love it. All right, people, so we're just gonna go ahead and get right to it. The scales. This guy has really big scales. Oh yeah. He's also like basically, there we go. That's what I was waiting for. You know, their stomachs inflate when you bring them up from depth. Just from the pressure change, you know. The water pressure. Imagine if you're 100 feet deep, like we caught this guy from, you have 100 feet of water stacked on top of you. Think about the weight of all that water that's up on top of you. That creates physiological effects. And when you change depths, you know, the air starts to expand. And fish have air bladders. So it has a little bit of air in there so that they can maintain their equilibrium, stay upright in the water. And as you pull them up quickly from depth, that air inside their stomach expands and causes them to inflate like this one was. This one's obviously a female. That is a very large ovary. We can get to that stuff later. Okay, so here we go again. Just kind of breaking the skin with our knife tip. Once I get to the tail area here, I kind of just poke it all the way through and take it across like that. And then same deal. Just want a very, very shallow cut all the way around the fish, basically outlining your fillet. And this is going to allow us to get our knife in there a little bit later and make nice smooth cuts. There we go. Boom. Our fillet is outlined. So, here we go. You know the deal, everybody. This is a big fish. I usually like to do one nice smooth cut down the top half. I might have to give it a couple because this is a big fish, so here we go. Some people walking our way also likely to be chatting with us pretty soon. Get in that little slit we cut. That was about as deep as I could go. So now you can kind of even lift it up a little. Take a look at what we did. I can get up higher in the head here. Hey, yo.
How you doing?
Doing okay. Thank you. Alright. So that's pretty good on the top half. You see, basically get it all the way down to the backbone, which we did. It's still bleeding a little bit. You know, I'm surprised about that. Let's get to the bottom half. So far we've separated the top half of the fish from the backbone. Now we're going to do the same thing with the bottom half right back here. And with this one, I like to basically just cut about there to where the guts start. I don't want to cut through the guts too much if I can help it. So not bad, you know? We got to the backbone. I can see we're basically all the way through back here. So this is the hard part here, everybody. This is the part that I've been stressing about. That's cutting through the ribs. You know, usually I just kind of blast right through the ribs of the fish that I'm cleaning. Ugh, this one's going to have really, really thick ribs. Let me see if I can get through them. I might have to cut over them. So anyways, here we go. Already starting to separate this fish from the fillet. You know, we already separated the top half here, we separated the bottom half, and now all I have to do is separate the middle section where the bones are. So I'm going to lift with my hand, just kind of slide my knife forward. And then I'm going to kind of see if I can just blast through the gills, or through the ribs. I might not be able to. Nope. You see? I'm down to the rib cavity in here. So what I'm going to do... Oh no, bad cut. I'm going to try to get over the top of them. Which is something I usually don't do, but I've seen people do it. I just basically have to kind of feel around the top of them. And most of this area right here is the stomach cavity. I'm going to be cutting off most of this part right here anyways. You can kind of see how it has that white lining. So the idea is just to kind of get over the ribs if I can. Okay, let me see what I can do here. See if I can lift this up a little bit. Basically ready to come up, but see if I can just kind of cut on top of the ribs here. Separate this up to the top. Let's see if I can kind of get through like this. There we go. Hey, it's working. Here we go. Just got to kind of give it some. I feel like there's one more bone that I just can't get through. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There it is. And I kind of saw the fillet move. I think we got it, everybody. You got to work for it sometimes, I guess, on these bigger fish. One more little cut by the head. And this thing should be ready to fall off, I hope. There it is. Boom. Look at that snapper fillet. Pretty unbelievable. Okay, let's take a look at this. So now I need to skin it. I think I can do it. I think my knife is big enough to just skin it as is. Then I'll cut it up into pieces a little bit later. Who else is out here? Typical part of tarpon don't eat. Hey, this is the keys. I saw a bunch of people tarpon fishing today, even though it was blowing, you know, 25 miles an hour off the ocean. A whole bunch of flats boats were anchored on the ocean side, trying to, I guess, hook into a tarpon, if I had to guess. Okay, here we go. So when I skin a fish, I basically pull the skin backwards, and I leave the blade in place, is what I try to do. So you can see I have a good grip on the skin back here. I just kind of wobble my knife back and forth and pull the skin backwards against it. Here we go. Look at that. There's our snapper skin. Okay, so what's happening here? We're basically done with this. We took the skin off, we took the ribs off. All that's left, of course, is just a row of bones. Kind of right here towards the front of the fillet, right along the middle line. I can feel a bone right here. I can feel one here, I can feel one here, I can feel one here. And it kind of ends right there. So I'm going to start with my knife right here. I'm really surprised it's still bleeding as much as it is, considering how cold I've had it. A lot of times the blood will settle in the meat after a few days. I can just cut this whole piece off right here. There we go. That has bones in it also. Tarpon. Tarpon, tarpon, tarpon. Is he here? Yeah, it's not. That snapper just grabbed it. Nice. Some snapper on snapper action, everybody. All right, so we got this thing. I'm gonna have to cut it up into pieces to get it in the bag, which I'm not too mad about. I see 3 pieces, if you ask me. I'm gonna cut it right down the middle right here. That big fat snapper fillet. And you might notice I did not rinse the fillet with fresh water here at the table. I never do. That starts to, whoa, causes the meat to start to deteriorate because that fresh water absorbs into the meat. It feels so good and soft. It feels really, really fatty, which means it's going to be nice and moist and flavorful. There we go, just like that. 1, 2, 3 in one bag. Boom. Gotta love it. So I think we might as well get right into it because we actually have a lot of work to do, everybody. Making ceviche, it is a lot of knife work. Got a knife right here because basically I'll kind of walk you through the whole process right now. So we have our delicious mutton snapper that we just cleaned up. Looks so good. I'm so excited about it. And we also have a whole bunch of different citrus, right? We got our lemons. We got some limes. And I also have some orange juice in the fridge. That's just something I like to add myself. A lot of people don't put orange juice in their ceviche, but I'm not a big fan of really, really strong acidity. A lot of people are. So I like to kind of cut the acidity a little bit with orange juice. That's just kind of my personal preference. That's the thing about cooking for yourself. You can do it exactly the way that you like. Here we go, people. So I'm going to start out with I'm basically planning on filling up this bowl. I'm making a lot here, people. So start out with your lemons. I hope these are nice and juicy because we need a lot of lemon juice. I first had it on vacation in Mexico. I don't think ceviche, is ceviche Mexican? They probably have their own Mexican style of ceviche. But from what I know, I think ceviche is Peruvian. So I'm just kind of squeezing these out pretty good. Right into this little thing here. I'm planning on filling this up pretty far. And then we're going to add our fish. We're going to cut up our fish into little chunks. And we're going to get that going first so that the fish has some time to cook in the lemon juice. That's right. The lemon juice here is actually going to cook the fish. You're going to be able to see it turn white, just like cooked fish is when you cook it over fire. And let's get on to these limes. We're going to add all these limes. And then we're going to add it to this bowl here, and then get our fish in there, let that do its thing. And then we're going to start working the other ingredients, the other vegetables. You know, we got onion, we got peppers of different kinds, we got some cherry tomatoes, we got a little bit of garlic and some other stuff that you might not expect is going to end up going in there also. You know, just to add some flavor. Damn. Okay. So I'm just going to basically try to shave off the top little layer off of this fish here. Let's see how I do. See how I do, people. Let's make long, smooth strokes. That's how, whenever you're dealing with fish, you want to do long, smooth strokes. I don't want to see none of these little repetitive strokes like this. That's not how it works, people. You want long, smooth strokes, especially when you're cutting sushi or something like that. Even when you're filleting the fish. There we go, there we go. I'm not expecting to take off all of this red meat, but I'm trying to get just that top layer where it's really, really dark and thick. See, I'm kind of happy about that. You see? No one wants to eat that extra part right there. And on smaller snappers, you don't even have to worry about this really. But since this is such a big fish, it just has a larger leg. So here, watch how I do this. I'm going to cut it into long strips. Just all the way down the fish. Just like that. And the idea, the way I like to do it is basically half-inch cubes. You're looking for half-inch cubes. So check this out, everybody. You see this fish? I'm kind of looking at it at the same time. It's just kind of like pink. There are some white areas, there's some red areas, but generally speaking, it's just kind of pink. Look at what's happening here. I need a spoon. Where are my spoons at? They're back here. See, once you get it in the lemon juice, see the difference here? How it's starting to turn like whiter? It's getting white around the edges. And this has only been in here for a few minutes. You can see the difference, right? how the lemon, the acid in here is really starting to cook the fish. So that's why we put the fish in here first, to give it some time. Okay, so we got this. It's time to start getting to our vegetables. We have quite a bit of chopping to do, everybody. Where are we going to start? The first thing on my mind is our purple onion, right? You really want to use purple onion, that's the way to go. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these in the freezer first, so that I don't tear up when I'm chopping them. So we'll pop those in the freezer for a little while. And we can get going with our peppers. We got peppers. We got peppers, people. Different colored peppers. You want it to look festive. That's definitely part of the ceviche. It needs to look good, you know what I mean? Alright, so here we go. I'm just going to go ahead and slap it straight on in here. Boom. Next, we're doing a yellow one. So here you go. Just going to give this a stir up. Judging by what I see right now, it looks really, really good. It's starting to look happy, everybody, doesn't it? Alright. Let's work some onion a little bit. I got some big purple onions here. Here we go, mix it on up. Look at all the colors in there. It's starting to look like a little food party. And you know how it is. You eat with your eyes before you eat with your mouth. Nice, nice, nice. That fish is starting to turn white as it cooks in the citrus. Oh, it's starting to look really, really good. Alright, people. Now what does it need? It obviously, it needs some green. You know, you gotta add some color. Our ceviche, it's starting to look good. But just wait, people, just wait. We gotta add some green to it. The colors make it look delicious. Let me see if I can do this in a way where you can see this is like a real cooking show. I gotta try to make it so y'all can watch. There we go, there we go, there we go. Not bad. Let's mix it up and see what it looks like once it gets all combined in there. It might end up just disappearing. It might end up being perfect. This looks really good. Oh, I love ceviche, I really do. It's so fresh and delicious. Oh, this looks really good. I think we might have hit the ratios perfectly already. I might need a little bit more, whatever this stuff is, cilantro. Look at that, it's got that green, all the colors. That's one of the best things about it. It really does look delicious, right? But like I said before, I like to put in a little bit of orange juice. Now there are some people in my family, my sister who just came into the chat, she loves acid. She will eat lemons raw. Like literally eat it like right off of the peel, like it's an orange or something like that. So when she's around and she's eating the ceviche, a lot of times I do not put orange juice because she gets mad at me. She wants it to be really acidic, whatever. But me, I kind of like it a little bit less acidic. So I already put lemon juice and lime juice in here. So what I am going to do is just kind of put in a tiny little bit. Oh, take this thing off of here. Just a little bit of orange juice. Just my personal preference. I love orange juice. That's it. Just a little bit. Add a little bit of liquid. Cut the acid a little bit. It works for me, people. You know, ceviche, basically, you're not cooking anything. The acid does all that work for you. So it's just basically a bunch of chopping. Which is good for all of y'all who are afraid of burning stuff. You can't burn your ceviche. That's literally impossible. Well, I mean, I guess if you... Never mind. You can't burn ceviche. Okay? So, there we go. I'm going to set that there. I'm going to set this in the trash. I'm just going to go ahead and dump this on into here. There we go, there we go, there we go. Clean off my knife a little. I'm happy about it, everybody. I'm happy. Add a lot of pepper. It's a good thing I looked too, because this one doesn't have the grate on it. That could have been bad. You're going to think I'm adding too much pepper, just so you know. I'm sorry, but you're wrong. You want there to be a lot of pepper so that every bite has little black specks on it. And it tends to disappear in the liquid. So you'll see once I start kind of mixing it up, all that pepper that I just added, I might need to add more. It seems like a lot, but you're wrong. You want a lot of pepper in this. I do like pepper. And it also adds a visual aspect to it. Those little black specks really do make it look more appealing. Here we go, just gonna dump that all right there. Dump that right on in there. And I think basically just cutting them in half. We'll have big pieces of tomato in here. Why not? That don't bother me at all. There we go, just cut them all right in half. Plop them on in there. And then we're going to get on to our secret ingredient. That's right. This is a little something that I picked up from a place in Mexico. Tried a ceviche and they had green apple in it, and I was like, whoa, why did I never think of that? Because it actually adds a really, really nice flavor. Something different, you know? And the other thing is, you know how apple, a lot of times it kind of turns dark if you like let it sit out? If you put it in the acid in the ceviche, it stays nice and crispy and fresh. So we're just going to go ahead and cut this thing up. Cube it up just like everything else we did here. And get it on in there some other time. So here we go. Get our apple. I think we're going to have to add another apple. I think this might end up disappearing in here. Gotta get it all up in there. Stir it on up. Let's see what it looks like. This actually might be okay. Okay. I guess I'm just going to go for it, everyone. Right? Oh, I'm excited. I want a really big scoop too because I don't want to double dip and I want a lot. You know what I mean? Looks like Mexican food. Well, it is very, you know, Latino. Peruvian, Ecuadorian. Oh, look at it, people. See if I can give you all a close-up, close-up. Can you want to just get in there and bite it yourself, don't you? Got that fish, got that onion, the pepper, that apple on top. Oh, right? Here we go, people. I'm sorry I have to do this to you. Making a mess, too. Mmm. Mmm. So good. So good. It's just so good, everyone. I love ceviche so much. Mm-hmm. 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 That's the one. That's the one. That's the one. Mm-hmm.